DK Drama Birdgang Sports. We back with another one, and first and foremost, let me apologize. It's been a real busy week for me. I hit the as they will call it, the wedding season in my work, and it's been real busy this week. So I've been trying to knock a lot of work out so I can be able to get back to y'all efficiently and back on schedule, get back on task without having to go back to the wedding stuff. So with that being said, I'm back and let's talk football, man. Let's talk football. Let's talk about who we got, man. We got the Detroit Lions. It's not gonna be an easy game. Only if we start coming out like we've been starting coming out in the first half of the previous two games, then it's gonna be a tall task for real. It will be a tall task for us because for one, Matt Patricia. He probably still has a grudge against us because of the Super Bowl. How we managed to succeed against his defense in the Super Bowl. As we all know, he was with the Patriots, and he got the head coach position. I think right at the end of that season, he already knew that he was leaving, and it was going to be his last game with the Patriots. And we kind of took that L from him. I mean, that dub from him. So you can trust and believe he's going to be out to get us back, man. It's going to be some get back. But as far as the game plan go, I think it's going to look a lot better, a lot tighter. The wide receivers going to practice with Carson. They're going to run plays. J.J. Arcega said earlier this week that, he hasn't, the plays that he had to run out there, he hasn't worked with Carson with any of those plays yet. So I'm pretty sure they're going to get that tight this week, and they're going to get the chemistry going. Nelson Aguilar, he dropped the catch, and it was a devastating blow for me, man, because you get caught up in the game. As a fan, you get caught up in the game, and stuff like that. You kind of be praying on like just one wide open catch, and boom, you get the wide open catch, and then all of a sudden he missed the wide open catch. So that was just a devastating blow for us there. So as long as J.J. Arcega and Mac Hollins and Nelson Aguilar all putting those reps in with Carson this week, I think we should be just fine as far as the receiving part goes. Even though we got some crucial weapons with Deshaun Jackson and Alshon Jeffrey, we still are okay. That's what the depth was for. To if things like this happen. We've been through this last season, so we know what we got to do is next man up, no matter what. But where we need the most help is in the cornerback position. We struggling there. And I don't know if it's because my man Darby just got back and he didn't get no practice in, no reps in through the offseason, through training camp, none of that. I don't know if or he just getting flat out burnt. Is he one of the two? Either he getting burnt or he just need a little bit more repertoire. Like he just needs some more time out there. And I do believe that, he can get it in. We'll just have to see with him. Only time can tell when it comes to Ronald Darby, But it's not looking too good in that position. So as far as the Jalen Ramsey trade, I'm going to speak my opinion on that, and then I'm going to let it rest, and it is what it is after that. I mean, if we get him, we get him. We don't, we don't. But me personally, I do think we do need to get him. And, I hear and see everybody videos saying that, we don't run that type of defense that's going to allow him to really get off the way he get off. Well, I don't think we going to, do what we got to do as far as giving up draft picks and maybe even other players. I don't think that we going to grab him and bring him to Philadelphia if we not planning to work him, use him the way he get off, the way he like to play football. We should be able to use him at his strongest point, which is going straight up, showing his physicality on the line, on like man up. But that's just a whole nother video in itself as far as how our defense is going and the way Jim Schwartz run his defense. That's just a whole nother video in itself we need to dive into sometime later on this week. Y'all just let me know when is a good time. We can go live with that. Y'all just let me know when is a good time we can go live. We could discuss a whole lot of this stuff. But as far as this game coming up, as long as our guys come out firing on all cylinders at the beginning of the game, and continue to hold that through the second half. We can't be a one-half team, whether we go hard in the beginning or the second half. Like, we need to go hard all the way through. If we do that, we'll come out with the win. We'll be 2-1, and we'll be back on track where we need to be to get to where we need to go. And you all know what that is. But Dallas, man, we're gonna get into Dallas. It's just not what you think it is. It's not what you. Believe me, I'm not a believer yet. You played 2 weak teams, really two weak teams that we us, the Eagles and Dallas, always beat. We beat them a lot. So you haven't proved nothing yet. You know, until you beat somebody that we lose to a lot all the time, or whatever, or we've lost like Atlanta. If you beat Atlanta, then hey. But we'll see, because before you see Atlanta, you got to see some heavier contenders, and that's just my whole. That's my whole argument. You haven't seen nobody that's put in your receivers in contention. Like they're not contesting your receivers at all. Like they don't see defense, so they're wide open. Dak is having a field day. He's throwing to receivers who's wide open. I mean, you could get a third string quarterback to come out there. If he can't give it to a receiver that's wide open, he shouldn't be in the NFL. That's how I look at it. But I'm not taking nothing away from them. They are 2-0, but until they see somebody who is really, really putting the pressure on them, until Dak Prescott get hit and fall on his ass, get up and make that same play again, I don't believe it. And that's just the way it is, man. I don't want to put out no long video about why I think that is just it, man, right there. Like, I don't think that, well, pressure on him, he can do what Carson Wentz do, elude the pressure. Get out of there. Get out of the pocket when the pocket looks like it's completely collapsed. I don't see that, you know. So that's just my take. When I see him with the pressure, evading the pressure and still dropping dimes while getting tackled, then you know, he'll get his respect from me. And the team will get their respect from me. But other than that, man, that's my opinion. But I feel like it's a statement, but it's my opinion. But yeah, man, this your boy DK Drama, Birdgang Sports, and we are out.